Hey, this is B from Kongzorus, and I just got something in the mail from Stumblor Pinball, and it's freaking awesome. Alright, here it is from Stumblor Pinball. This is the Godzilla Subway Building Mod, which is the Tokyo Neon Sign number 3. I already have 2 of them. I have the Tokyo Neon Sign here, as well as the Noodle Building. This is gonna replace that subway building in the back, and it's freaking awesome. I love the packaging that Stumblor does. He always provides these nice little collectible boxes with the prints, but here it is. This is the subway building that's gonna replace the back of the design. This is gonna light up with fancy LEDs right here. This is very much akin to that Noodle building in the back. I just love the quality of Stumblor Pinball and all the mods they do. Like this is, I have to ask them directly what type of casting this is, because this isn't a typical like 3D print. This is almost like custom resin casting, as well as lots of different acrylic pieces that are colored, different colored signs there. Just the actual execution of this mod makes it feel so professional. I know there's a lot of great 3D printers out there that make mods for Godzilla and things, but these Stumblor Pinball mods are absolutely next level. Here's this custom PCB board here that says the Stumblor Tokyo Neon Side. He custom prints his own PC boards and makes it super easy to install. So we're gonna do the installation for this. Before we do that, let's just go over what else is in the package. You can scan this document here to be able to get to the README guide for his installation guide. He also has a ton of different accessories in here for you to be able to help with the installation. You're gonna have the little microfiber cloth and the clamps to be able to raise your playfield. You have a GI sensing bulb right here as well, and a replacement acrylic sign if you especially want the black and white edition of those signs there too. And then the power cables and some zip ties. Oh, and there's an extra little ball protector little section in the back that's gonna replace it too if you have the right Godzilla mod. Pinball is rad. Quick overview of the existing mods on my Godzilla. First up is the original Tokyo Neon Sign mod. This one mod of the year, and it is freaking awesome. You can see the quality of this Tokyo Neon Sign mod. It's sold out. There's so many more of these mods that have been sold. It's freaking amazing. Next up is the Lolly UFO mod here. This is his custom sculpt of the UFO that also lights up. Along with that comes these light posts here that actually light up when the slingshots on both sides light up as well. And those are also connected into this flame. There is a flame that comes out of here, and I have it connected to this back spinner. Coming to this back area, we have the Tokyo Neon Sign number 2. This was the noodle bar building. I did an installation video of this. This is super nice, matches the Tokyo Neon Sign. I just love the flickering of the signs. It just makes it so next level when you compare it to the stock buildings. I'm so excited to replace the subway building, and I'm already on the list for this building when he replaces it. Other mods that I have from other different modders here, this is the D-panel moving Godzilla mod. It's freaking amazing. I love it when it moves. And the other thing I have in here is the interactive pinball oxygen destroyer, and that little thing pops open when it is time to get that going. So those are the mods I have so far on here. I also have the topper, and next up I have Josh Bush's Atomic Godzilla mod for the topper coming very soon. First up, lift up your playfield and get your balls out. Next up, we're gonna lift up the playfield and locate the GI bulb right over here on the left side of the playfield. So we're gonna use a 1/4-inch socket, screwdriver, or a drill bit here, and we're going to pull out the GI bulb, take this out, and then replace it with the one that Stumblor gives you. Here's the replacement GI bulb. Again, this sensor, what it does is it helps make sure that the lighting matches the playfield as the lighting goes down and dim too. So this is to make sure that the building doesn't stay on the entire time. Put it back into place and screw it back in. I like how the inside of my cabin is becoming a graveyard for all these Stumblor collector boxes. Let's add another one there. Boom. Next, lower the playfield and put the stopper right at the edge of the front of your pinball table. And now this next part, we're gonna lift up the back of the playfield to get access to the building. Stumblor does this little ingenious thing where he provides you these microfiber cloths and these clamps here. This is so genius. I probably should have did this for my D-panel mod, but I completely forgot that I had these. I need to save these for future mods. We're just gonna clamp this onto the back side right here, just like that, and then do the same thing on the other side. And then we're simply going to lift the back of the playfield and then slide these down so that it's resting on top of these clips here. So we're gonna lift up the playfield, slide this back down underneath to the side, just like so. And then we're gonna rest it back down. And then this playfield is going to sit on top of those little clamps. And now I have perfect access to the back of the playfield right there, and I can access it and change out the building and make sure nothing falls. I definitely want to make sure the front part isn't falling, but this is so ingenious. I need to remember this trick for all my mods. A close-up of D-Panel's mod. Ah, where's my tail? it's okay, you can't see it. Now onto the back side, we're gonna unplug this 4-pin Molex connector. Next up, to access the screws to be able to remove the subway building, it is recommended to remove whatever Godzilla version that you have. This is D-Panel's Moving Godzilla mod that I installed a couple of months ago. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. A lot of the great option out there is the Jazz Boosh Atomic Godzilla mod as well. So those are two popular Godzilla mods that you have, or your stock one as well. But whatever you have, you definitely want to remove it so you can get access to it. Follow the instructions on Stumblor's website, or just remove it. There's a couple of different acrylic pieces you need to remove here to pull it off. You're just gonna hang out on the side of the building like that, looking down, looking all menacing. Next up, remove these 4 screws on the front of your subway building. Now you want to be careful and hold on to 2 screws because we're going to plug this back in to the Opto sensors and then replace the top 2 screws with the screws that he provides. Okay, now we should be able to carefully lift the subway building out. If you don't want to scratch your existing plates, make sure you pull back the metal bars just slightly there, and then make sure that you soak the power cable back to the back, and your subway building should come off nice and easy. And now it's just pretty much a relic, and the rest of my buildings, I don't know what to do with them either. What do you guys do if you've actually replaced these, huh? Now the Opto sensor is now loose because we've unscrewed them, so we're going to line up the Opto sensors on both the left and the right side and reuse the original screw to make sure that we screw back down at least the bottom section of it. That's the one that we want to do. And before we tighten it, we want to make sure that the top hole is lined up because we're going to be screwing the new building into that top hole, and we have to make sure that it's lined up into the Opto sensor as well. So that's the left side. Let's do the right side. All right, next up, unwrap the power cable that's provided by Stumblor, and the first thing we're going to do is reconnect the 4-pin Molex connector here. It should only go in one way, so once you just move around a little bit, there it is. It should just plug right in. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to soak this 4-pin connector or 5-pin connector right through the hole on the left side of this side, on the right side on the front side, so you should be able to pull it through. We're also going to grab the wire from the GI bulb that we installed earlier, and we're going to also pull it around the back and soak it through this side as well, and pull it out from the front. All right, back to the front. There's our cords there that we pulled through. This is the building here, the beautiful subway building. We're almost done, folks. What we're gonna do is on the back side, first thing we're gonna do is on the PCB board on the bottom left, it says GI Sense. We're gonna flick the switch to the on position on the bottom side there. The GI connector is gonna plug here, this 2-pin, and then the 5-pin is gonna connect right there. So let's just connect those really fast. GI bulb, and then the 5-pin power connector. All right, next step is to lower the building into place. The trickiest part is to clear the GI sensor wires over here. There are some wires that are coming through the back, so this PCB board needs to clear all of that. The easiest way is to come in at this angle here so you can clear all the wires, and then once all the wires are cleared, then you can kind of slowly shimmy it back into place. Once that's into place, you can kind of push it back, and we're going to use these top 2 holes to line up where that top Opto sensors are, and then use the existing screw holes and the screws that he provided to secure it into place. All right, next up, we're going to use these longer screws that Stumblor provides to be able to use this hole. Make sure that it is lined up again to that Opto sensor that you had previously. If you need some trouble kind of figuring it out and moving it around, you can definitely adjust the Opto sensors, pull off the building, make sure it's aligned. Otherwise, once you screw it nice and tight, it should be pretty secure on both sides. It took me a little while to get this right Opto sensor, but we'll find it and we'll get it nice and secure. Now that our building is secure, we can go ahead and replace whichever version of Godzilla you have back onto your Playfield. So there is my D-Panel Moving Godzilla mod, so we'll screw it down and then get it all plugged in. All right, back to lowering the Playfield, and then we're going to lift up so we can install the power. All right, remove our fancy little clips, and let's get this bad boy up carefully. So next up, we got to power everything up into a power source here, the CN11 board. This is a splitter board option that Stumblor provides to have you powered up to multiple devices. There's up to 5 here. I already have 3 plugged in here, so I have 2 extra slots that's going to plug in here. So you can get this from Stumblor, and it powers up several other mods. If you don't have this board and this is the only thing you're doing, there's a CN11 kind of board here that kind of plugs into this. So that's what you're going to need to do depending on what you have. I highly recommend the splitter though. So this is probably where you're going to want to clean up your wiring. I have so many things, but you can follow up the existing wiring along the side into all the little connection points there. And then from there, you have a lot of stack there. I'll probably clean this up later on, but I want to just test it first, and then I usually clean up the wiring afterwards. Here's the power plug here that's going to plug into one of the open CN11 slots on my splitter board from Stumblor. Perfect. All right, let's get it down and test it up. All right, we've lowered our playfield. Gonna stick our balls back into the machine. Flip this bad boy on, and hopefully we'll see it light up. Oh, there it is, yes. I love that when you plug it in, immediately you automatically see it light up. So let's see it in action. Let's just see it light up one more time as it gets on the boot up screen. That's always a nice sign when it starts to light up right away. But I want to see it in the attract mode. There we have our Tokyo Neon sign lighting up first, and then as it turns on, the light show happens in about 3, 2, 1. Light show! All right, startup in progress. Here it goes. There's the moving Godzilla mod, and oh yes, there it is. The subway building is operational, lighting up, looking gorgeous with the Tokyo building neon signs. I always forget that the noodle bar sign, when you lift up the playfield, this is such a tight fit. You gotta just be able to make sure that this kind of snaps back into place. There's no issue with the subway building mod, but that one snaps back into place right over there. But that looks freaking gorgeous. Holy crap. I think the little kind of cutout of the building looks fantastic. The neon Tokyo sign is lighting up with the flickering lights there. Oh, I didn't even notice that this little neon sign thing is lighting up too. That's really cool. That's lighting up different colors. I thought it was just this portion that's lighting up. So that part actually lights up too. That's really freaking cool. So let's go ahead and play a game so you can see it in action. Oh, I can't wait for that third building back there to be finished by Stumblor, and I'm highly contemplating the Drake building mod if I'm already going to do all of those as well. I love how the modders are working together. This is such an easy, fantastic mod to do. Stumblor, thank you so much for putting this together. Godzilla, the king of all pinball machines and the king of modding potential. Hope you guys enjoyed.
If Godzilla will return. We will return after these messages from Bonus.
I just realized the top of my UFO fell off. I gotta fix that. Where's my UFO? Ah! Thanks, Stumblor. Good job.